iPhoneXS. We're checking out gameplay on a number of different titles. I thought it was best to start with Fortnite, as that is highly popular and a good, kind of indication of the visuals, because they have so many different options and settings. So you kind of go to the settings here, and we can see we're running at a high with a 30 FPS locked. You can switch to 20 if you'd like, but obviously you want the 30. It'd be nice to have a 60 option, but that's just not the case. I guess we're jumping out right away, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. So for context, Fortnite is a battle royale title. You drop in on this large island that loads beautifully. I mean, look at that. It's all loaded. There's no issues, no like slow loading on things. It looks amazing. On a phone, it's just crazy to see that kind of quality. But yeah, you drop in, you grab loot, you shoot other people, and you try to be the last one standing. There's singles, squads, duos, different kinds of like limited playlists where they switch up the number of players in a game or on a team. So that's interesting. And yeah, we're just gonna jump in here. First off, I'm like, again, really, wow, there's like, why did we drop into this area? We're just gonna die in like 2 seconds again. So stupid. So I'm actually really impressed with the visual quality of the phone. I mean, I'm actually just mostly blown away by it, because I wasn't expecting to get this kind of, resolution and just like look. It's just fantastic. So what we're getting here is about a 2K resolution at 2436 by 1125, and yeah, it definitely helps make the games look really good, and they run on like really rather high settings. Die! Nice. And this is a crossplay game too, so we're actually playing against people on multiple different platforms, which is really quite fascinating. Whether that's Xbox, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, PC, other phones, it's crazy, and it's a really good display of just the technical aspects of what the phone can do. I think that works quite well for it here. So generally, yeah, I'm just really blown away by what I'm getting here. I can't believe games look this good on a phone. Now, I remember when they first started, it was like, okay, cool, they're really novelty sort of, mobile games that we're getting on on the phones back in the day. I had a 5S for the longest time, and even then I was like, oh, cool, games are kind of neat on this. And I saw mobile games in the last few years starting to get really good, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get into this more. But recently they weren't running on there, and that's part of the reason why I upgraded. But I mean, by this kind of quality is just absolutely amazing. I mean, you get a really good draw distance, pretty top-notch visuals. Maybe you aim in here. Shooting going on there. Kind of hard to see at a distance. But yeah, it's a nice big screen, the XS, in terms of playing games and seeing everything going on in the game. Oh crap, am I gonna die? Yep, I'm gonna die. That's not good. It's the end, but that's good because I wanted to switch games to try to keep this timely. So you can kind of see how Fortnite looks, and it's just so impressive that we get something that you could play on a console or a PC, but on like something you could take anywhere with you, and it looks really good. It's smooth, it plays well, just very interesting. I mean, even in this death kind of viewership area, spectation mode, spectator, you're getting a look at just like the visual quality. It's really cool. Now I know it's a cartoon style game, so we're going to switch over to something that's a little bit more tactical and realistic. Alright, now we're on PUBG, which is the more tactical, intense version of the Battle Royale. I gotta say though, it's kind of weird that they don't give you clothes and stuff, at least on the when you start playing on this. So I had a version on the Android emulator I used to play, and I guess, I don't know, I can't log into that one or whatever, so we had to make a new account here. So now we're Sky Captain 5 lol. But anyways, yeah, it's basically the same idea as Fortnite. You jump in, you grab loot, you shoot each other. That's how it goes. We have this set to HD, Ultra, anti-aliasing is on, and the graphics will auto adjust if the FPS fluctuates too much. There's different style effects you can have too. I'd put it on Ultra HD, but that setting is not currently available. And HDR, I can't record in HDR anyway, so that doesn't do anything for us. Wow, that chicken is pretty cool. But again, the visual quality is rather impressive. I mean, it looks really good. You're getting a good draw distance. The character models are nice. And it's probably pushing the device quite a bit. So I'm going to jump in here. This is pretty good. So it looks like we're in a squad in this one. You can see everybody in the cabin. We've got our map. Generally, I'm just very impressed with the quality of this. It actually seems to be loading better than it does on my Xbox One X, actually. In terms of like the trees and everything, it actually looks like it's all rendered out, which is generally just shocking, to be honest. Yeah. I can't believe the quality of this. I'm blown away. Yeah. Again, on top of, you know, the visuals being very good in PUBG, and generally just iPhoneXS games, the battery life is actually incredible in these. I was more than impressed by, you know, just how little battery it takes up and how long you can play these games without having any sort of problem. There we go. That's the loading I love to know. Now, I don't know if the technique of kind of going where I want to go in this is going to work as well as it normally does when I'm playing on console. But you're just going to get a good look at how it sort of renders out the environment. Again, full draw distance to the entire map as we're coming in, which is truly an impressive feat. Noticing that the textures of the trees and stuff aren't actually loading in that well. So we'll have to see what it looks like when we get to the ground. I'm trying to get over to what I call the Olympic Village, where that giant school is kind of to the left. See that right there on the left now. Because that's what I use as a good indicator for quality and kind of comparing the visual fidelity of areas, at least when I play PUBG, because I'm so familiar with the section. And yeah, the technique for doing movement does work really well in this. And somebody's dead and I'm not even on the ground. Top-notch work, guys. Way to be on top of things. But yeah, it's strangely impressive. I'm just generally overall, again, you know, the XS is actually really delivering on the quality of mobile titles, and I think I'm gonna have a long good time reviewing and doing gameplay on mobile games. Now, at least for as long as this keeps up in terms of quality. Let's see what we got here. Don't see anything too good. The bag. So obviously when you're playing the mobile version of PUBG, a lot of stuff is cut back, but still, I mean, look at that draw distance. And the far distance there, you know, the hills and everything like that. It's not nearly as good as the 1X once you get on the ground, but you're getting a really significantly great quality. The character models are holding up very well. The textures are fairly decent. They're not amazing, but they're not bad. And this is very much just like a streamlined version of the larger games on, you know, console and stuff like that. I'd say it's less impressive of a technical feat as Fortnite is, but still it's pretty good to get a large-scale game like this running smoothly on these high HD settings and looking pretty good. Now look down the sight to kind of show off the gunfire and stuff. Seeing bullets kind of pierce the environment, so I think that's pretty cool. You jump around, crouch. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. Just gonna kind of move along here. We didn't really grab anything because I don't plan on playing too long. I just kind of want to show off. Again, we're really focusing on the visual quality and stuff. And if you do want to see more gameplay of just particular games running on the XS, let me know. Trees look not bad. They only carry that realistic style with them still. Terrain's looking pretty good. Road's not bad either. Kind of curious how vehicles handle. Sky isn't too bad. Kind of looks a little bit like it's painted on. Are they moving at all? That might be one of the drawbacks. Oh, I'm getting shot at. Is he like drone shotting? I can't remember what it's called in Call of Duty drop shotting. There's no way that was a real player. That had just been some terrible play on his part. Anyways, we're going to switch up the game again as soon as we get in this vehicle, because I just want to kind of show off, you know, how the vehicles are. Usually they tank the FPS and the performance. Alright, let's go. Bam! Driving around. It's actually running pretty well again. I'm impressed. You notice how the grass is kind of loading in as we're going. Seeing some pop in there, so that's not great, but still generally the way they've done the grass on here seems to load in fairly natural, even at a fast speed. Despite all the chaos, it's running these high settings perfectly well. It's got the anti-aliasing on. I'm impressed. Definitely, again, impressed by the quality of this. It's really good. Alright, and the next game is Ark. So this just crashed when I was playing on the 5S. Not here, I haven't had any crashes. But playing it here, it's like really visually beautiful. This is what I've been kind of showing people to show just like the quality of what we can actually get on a mobile device. Now, Ark doesn't run great on any platform or device, really. But it's not bad here. I mean, look, you're getting a good draw distance. There's minimal amounts of popping in the environment. The dinosaurs are all moving around. It's got the full multiplayer. You can play it in single player. For context, this is a survival game. You're with dinos and prehistoric monsters and stuff, and you're trying to craft and gather resources in the world in order to build objects and shelter and work with others or work against others and try to survive. There's like goals and everything like that you can do too, but whatever. But I mean, look at this. You're getting a very, very beautiful looking world. The trees have movement, the grass textures are high, and it's just really rather impressive. I'm kind of blown away with the quality of this particular title, because I just wasn't you know, I wasn't expecting that from Ark. I guess I could have quit out the app, but wow, that is a nasty kind of thing to put in a game. Anyways, continuing along, you're just seeing, wow, a dead raptor. That's shocking. But it's looking pretty good. You get splashes of blood. It's a little cartoony in this, but look at the hand textures. Wow. And the haptic feedback's really cool too on this particular, you know, on the phone. Jeez. If you're not familiar with the haptics, it's kind of like a feedback system where they fight like this giant mosquito. Ugh. I mean, look at it. It's running well. The creatures look good. The character models are excellent. The environment's loading well. And it loads fast, with again, minimal usage of your battery. And I mean, it's not only rendering the you know, the grass and the trees and the animals and everything. There's a full underwater area you can go to as well. You can swim a little bit rough around the edges when you're getting under the water, and definitely tanks the quality a bit, but it's still quite an effort on this. I'm very, very impressed with what they were able to do with Ark. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, so no gameplay thing where I'm showing off the visuals of what a platform can do is complete without Minecraft. So yes, this is Pocket Edition, and it runs really well. Gotta give her a sec to load up because we're actually doing a pretty good job of quality. So we go to the settings and we're able to adjust the video, and we're doing damn impressive. We're getting a 36 chunk rendering distance. That is crazy. I believe that to be half of what my PC can do, which is just phenomenal. So you get a very long draw distance, and it runs really well. It's chugging a little bit right now, but usually when I was testing this out earlier, we were getting like a solidly smooth like frame rate and everything like that. It was beautiful, and the game looks really good. Minecraft does look better when you put it in a situation where the graphics are actually like pushing it. There's something about the low style that looks really nice. I gotta get a higher quality texture pack build. I just can't seem to get it like working properly when I put in the higher res ones. I don't know what the problem is. I think it's the limits of the PE bedrock or whatever. Anyways, Mushroom, what are you doing over there? That's not good. Minecraft is obviously the ultimate survival block game. You get creatures, you fight things, you battle bosses, endless creativity. You can play it hardcore, survival, whatever you'd like. The choices are endless. But yeah, it's looking really nice on here. It was playing much better before, seriously. It's still running pretty well right now. I'm impressed with it. And again, the chunk distance is crazy good. Oh, sorry, Mushroom. Sorry. Don't you get out of here. You're locked in here forever with me. Like all of the other mushrooms. But anyways, yeah, it's looking pretty good. And generally, I'm just, again, impressed with the chunk distance you're allowed to get on this one. You can adjust it to make it run even better, but I want to max it out, you know, and see what this can really do. This is all about, like, in this video, pushing the graphics and seeing the max settings that you can tweak and get out of these games. Great draw distance there. Lots of chunks. Loading really well. We're going to put on the realm because that's a little bit more of a challenging thing. Even though it does have like a fog technique to it, the realm area I have is a very, very focused, block heavy, mob heavy environment, just based on the building and stuff that we've done with it. And again, she's running pretty well because this like tanked the Nintendo Switch. When I ran my realm on the Switch, it was just like, whoa, fish. But yeah, you're seeing it is fogged out, and they do cap off the draw distance. But I mean, look at how smooth this is. The area, the different buildings, it's all running incredibly well. This is a great way to play Pocket Edition, actually. I remember it was pretty good on my 5S, but here it's really looking nice. Very smooth, very clear. Very impressed with the resolution. I mean, look at that. And I know it is just Minecraft, but there still is something about the style of Minecraft that can look so good on different devices, depending on, like, you know, just what's backing it and the quality that is being presented. It can look different, really. Lovely little buildings, the water. The new aquatic update's awesome too. If you're unfamiliar with it, they've added like a whole new ocean kind of thing to it, which is really nice. Cool, so that's Minecraft. Alright, this is Ghost Pop, which is kind of a really interesting little game that I've been playing. It was one of the highlighted ones on the store, and I thought I'd check it out. So it's kind of a play on the Endless Runner, where you're this guy with a flashlight, and you're trying to eliminate these ghosts by zapping them with your lights, or your flashlight. But it is kind of difficult at the start, and they do really pump you with kind of ads, but it is sort of really fun to play as you continue to going, and then you're surviving longer and you're not getting fed ads as much. Lots of little outfits you can do. You can upgrade your abilities on the fly, which is nice. There's little boss battles, as you're seeing here, where you're fighting waves of creatures. And I thought it would be good to kind of show off a different, like a vertical game as opposed to just the native horizontal ones. Because, you know, this is something a lot of people play, are games where they got the black bars along the side when you're watching it in a video, but when you're playing at it, it's filling your whole screen, and it looks really nice. The cartoon style works well for it, and I think it's a pretty good indication of visuals just for a different style of gameplay, opposed from a shooter or something like that. Alright, Guinea Pig Bridge is one of my favorite games recently. It was on my 5S too, but it is just adorable. So I love guinea pigs. But aside from that, this is actually an incredible game that I highly suggest checking out. So it's like a puzzle game, but you get like a pen where you get your guinea pigs that you unlock. I'm playing at high settings here. I've turned off the music because they've got an amazing song going on in the background, but I'm kind of worried about copyright, which is why I haven't done an individual video on this one. So what you're doing in Guinea Pig Bridge, aside from having a beautiful UI, gorgeous looking visuals, is that it's a pretty hardcore puzzle game. And I don't think this is even something all ages could do, because I was sitting there and I was playing this with my mother quite a bit because we were working together on it because it's awesome. And it's quite something to solve. So we're moving the guinea pigs around, and we put down these displays. You can give them like little outfits and stuff. You can like zoom in, and you're launching them, and you're trying to get them to the end by building like a sort of bridge. I haven't actually finished this level, so we're probably not going to. But I just want to give an indication of like the different things you can do. You can have them go on this, and then I guess these go in the water, don't they? The little things here. And it's a very, very interesting. Whoa, they got launched in the air. That's not good. But you're seeing the little thing, like they're moving around, you're solving puzzles. I'm making them freak out because they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing. That aside, it's actually really challenging, and it's got lots of creative little things that you can do with it. One thing that does bother the hell out of me is the kind of the bottom section. I find a little bit difficult to grab items at times, just based on, you know, Apple's UI and stuff too, right? I don't think that's gonna work, but it's really neat and it's super challenging. A lot of the levels before this are just crazy. This one we haven't solved yet because I haven't spent time on it, but I just wanted to give an idea of this one to show it off. A little bit of cartoony visuals, and really just a lot of fun. It's a really good game that I suggest checking out. And as a Guinea Pig fan, I think they're just adorable, and this game kind of presents them a nice way. And there's never been something that's like so niche as this is. And you can, again, costume them. And there's like a special edition that I'm probably going to buy just so that I can support it, because they do some really cool levels, and there's a lot of content to this. It is a free-to-play. You know, they've got a lot of different areas you can play through, different worlds, and they provided extra content for it. You can replay levels. There's a bunch of them. Great game. And that is a look at the iPhoneXS and what gameplay, you know, you can kind of do on it. If you'd like to see games in the future, let me know, and